Hey, what's up everybody? I'll use that for a screenshot later. So welcome to my setup. I've done a couple of videos on brand new computer. This is the first computer I've set up in 17, at least, maybe 18 years. And I just wanted to talk about RGB and the setup with, I have an Asus ROG STRIX x570-F and the AMD Ryzen 3900X. And I'm really happy with the setup. You can see I've also got the G-Skill Trident Z Royal 32 gigs in 216 sticks with all of the RGBs, and I got the fans going too. These are CoolerMaster Master Fan MF120 Halos. I really like the way they look because if you see the interior of this case, it's black, and there are some options for case fans that are all white, all clear, kind of translucent plastic. I don't know, I just didn't like the look. But these have a really nice halo effect, which I do like. And so I was kind of looking for options. And what is really unclear is how this is supposed to work, and what fans will work with what setup. Do you need a custom controller, blah, blah, blah. This motherboard has 4 connections for remote control LEDs, basically not remote control, but RGB. There's a standard 4-pin RGB header that's got a 12 volts plus red, green, blue control, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then also it has addressable RGB, which has a 5 volt and a ground plus a data bus, and you can address, I don't know, at least 120 LEDs per header, and there's 2 headers on this. You can also daisy chain your headers together, so you don't have to, you're not limited to just what you see here. These 2 fans here and here are controlled on the same header. They're just daisy chained together, and in fact the CoolerMaster setup comes with the ability to just daisy chain these fans as is. There's no separate controller, there's no remote control, there's no special software other than I'm using Asus ROG to control the whole setup. The other thing that I have, and I'll show you this too just so you see it, is I just happen to have a little 12 volt strip of LEDs, RGB, and I'm going to put these inside the case because I think that gives it a nice glow. In fact, I'm probably going to put it behind this panel just to kind of, I don't want to see them. I'm going to put this case up high in my room, and I don't want them to shine into my eyes, out of the corner of my eye. I would rather that they're kind of out of sight, but give the case a nice effect. So I'll talk about those. And yeah, so, you know, I'll make this pretty short, but basically, if you look on the board, there is a standard, in fact, I'll just pull it out. This is a 4-pin header. If you can see that up close, it's not very focused, I know, but that is the 4 pins, and the labeling on that is basically, yeah, I know you can't see that, but anyway, red, green, blue actually is green, red, and blue, and then there's an arrow for your 12 volts, and if you look on the board, it will tell you. So if you plug that right in just so, you get your you get your LED strip lit up, and you can put that anywhere you want. So I've got some double-sided sticky tape. I'm going to either put it up here, but like I said, I don't know. I'll play with it and see what I like best. The syncable with the addressable RGBs are different. I don't have a really easy way to show you that. It's 3 pins. I mentioned before there's ground and 5 volts, and then there's this data bus, and it lets you address individual LEDs. And you can see the colors here on this outer ring and even inside the fan themselves are multicolored. The Wraith cooler, I'll mention, is entirely separately controlled. It's actually a USB thing. It's really annoying. I wish they would make it just addressable RGB so that any software that does that can handle it. Maybe there's a hack. If anybody knows, that would be great. The only other thing on this setup that is not working right, and if anybody knows, please comment, is I cannot get the motherboard logo for the ROG Republic of Gamers thing to light up. I don't understand. So I'll show you the Aura Sync over here and just what happens on the computer. So right now I've got it set to rainbow colors, and I've also had to go in kind of mucking around in the settings. It's not intuitively obvious to tell it that there are actually 24 addressable RGB LEDs in each of these fans. So there's 48 total, all in the same header, which is fine, but if you don't tell it that, it just treats them all as one, and so everything is the same color, and that's kind of boring. But you can certainly do just a fixed color and change the color to whatever you want as you click around, and that works fine. And also, by the way, I'll just put this strip up here too so you can see. This is also changing with that. There we go. So as I click around on the color wheel in this example, everything is nicely in sync, including the memory. Super happy. Again, I still don't have the ROG logo going, but whatever. There's breathing mode, which does the breathing, you know, changing the colors each time it kind of fades in and out. In fact, I can speed this up just for grins. There you go. So you can see the fans are all the same color in this setup, and it's only when I go to rainbow that I get the halo effect. So what I would like to figure out is there a way to control the halo outer ring colors differently than the way the inner fan colors are? I don't know. That would be neat. Yeah, that's Starry Night. That's an effect. Interesting. But that's basically all I really wanted to show. Again, the AMD fan, the Wraith cooler, Wraith Prism cooler is totally separately controlled. It's got its own software, and you kind of set it once, and it just sort of sits there until you change it again. Yeah, and if anybody's got any tips or tricks about the logo on the board and getting that to light up, let me know. That would be super awesome. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Okay, thanks everybody.